You do not need masses of data to run your business, but you do need some because flying blind is a recipe for anxiety and no profit. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a dashboard that you can run your business with at a glance. It's the dashboard that I use to run my 120 person business on 45 minutes a week, and it's the dashboard that my clients use to run their business simply and effectively. Hello, I'm Stephen O'Sullivan from Building Great Businesses, and in this video I'm going to show you the Desert Island Dashboard. And why is it called the Desert Island Dashboard? It's because I want you to imagine that you've suddenly found yourself with a business that works without you. You've got a general manager in place and you live on an island in the Pacific somewhere in the tropics, but you have very limited internet. You only get 15 minutes of internet per week, and in that time you probably want to do a Zoom call with your mum and a little bit of a check-in on the business. So this is why we call it the Desert Island Dashboard. Essentially it is an owner's dashboard, but it's not stuffed with too much information. It has the right information, and I'm going to show you how to build it and how simple it can be when you have those numbers. I used to run my business first of all on gut feel, and that was terrifying. And it was anxiety inducing. You know, I could maybe have a look at the bank balance once or twice a day. Every now and then I'd look at a P&L, but that was about it. And it was horrible. And there's nothing worse than being there. And whenever I see a business owner trying to run their business on feel versus real, I empathize with them because it's not a fun way to run the business. The other end of the scale is, and I've been there too, actually I was stuck there for years, is having too much data and too much availability of data. I would run reports every hour on the hour. It was like, you know, the person who looks at their stock portfolio every day, even though they're never going to buy and sell. And my emotions would track whatever the data was telling me. We don't want to be there. We want to have simple, clean data that at a glance we can know what's happening with our business, and most importantly, know if we need to take action or not. Okay. So let's get into what this looks like and what we're actually building here. We're trying to ask 5 questions about our business. Our dashboard is just answering those 5 questions, and you can see here on this slide that I've got them here. The first question is, how well are we growing our customer base? Right, we want to know the growth of our customers, because customers in the front door means the future is going to be bright. We want to know how well we're looking after those customers. Keeping customers longer, upselling them, having them paying more, reviewing, referring, all those kind of things. We would love to know the strength of the team. We're looking at the reliability of our systems, and lastly, how strong our financial position is. If we have a short, sharp, compelling answer to each of those, then we can quickly have a look, just like a dashboard in your car. Think, okay, we're doing well there. Ooh, we're a bit behind there. I need to talk to that person about that. That campaign has started working great, and the finances are good. That's how we want to interact with this dashboard. I check mine weekly, do a big review monthly, and I can deep dive if I like. There's always data behind this. Remember, what we're trying to go from is from feel to real, not worrying about things that we don't need to worry about, or actually worrying about something we should worry about. So let's have a look at how our dashboard should be displayed. So the way it should be displayed is we have our metric name, so new customers, for example. Very simply, the number of where it is now. What are we tracking? If it's for the month, sometimes it's monthly, quarterly, weekly, depending on your business. And I think the really key one here is this number, or the way we display is what direction is it? And we give it a pretty simple traffic light system you can see here. Is it improving? Is it declining? Or is it just staying flat? And that lets us know that if we've seen down for too many months in a row, we need to take action, have a conversation with the person who manages it. So this is a really simple way to display each tile on your dashboard. And this is how we organize each of them. So we can see here that there's 4 different metrics for the first one, and then there's only 3 for each one after that. So let's have a look down our growing the customer base. First one is our leads. We must be tracking leads in our business. How many leads have we brought into our business in the previous month, week, or whatever time period matters for you. Of those leads, how many of those are converting, expressed as a percentage? We want to know our new customer number. So many business owners don't actually measure this. How many new customers did we bring into our business in the period? And we want to know our CAC, and CAC stands for customer acquisition cost, which is the total cost of the total money you spend on acquiring a customer, both in sales and marketing and wages, divided by this number above. We want to have those clearly succinct in our how well are we growing the customer base column. We go over to looking after our customers. Lifetime value, such an important metric here. How much your customer spends while they are a customer with you over the lifetime of them being a customer. Yes, some businesses do one transaction if you're a home builder. Others do repeated over time. Others have subscription businesses. But you always want to know, for every customer that comes and interacts with us over the course of doing business with us, how much do they spend and is it going up? And there's obviously a relationship between LTV and CAC. Then we want to know, how many current customers do we have right now? A very underutilized one. Not customers we've had in the past, but current customers that are booked in, buying from us, registered, subscribed, whatever might work for you. But is that number growing? And then we want some metric to know their satisfaction. I recommend Net Promoter Score. It's a neat single question survey with a calculation at the end, and you can calculate it across industries and within industries. You can know how you compare to other businesses. It's a great one. All right, let's move over to team. We've got 3 here for you that I recommend you track. They're simple to track and they're very powerful. We want to know wages as a percentage of sale. So add your wages line and your superannuation line together, divide it by your revenue, and you get a percentage. Do not compare your business to another business in another industry on this. It won't mean anything. What you want to know is that you're managing that number. The lower that number for your industry, the more effective you're utilizing your wage spend. We also want to do a similar thing, but is divide your profit by the number of employees. We can see here in this example, we've got $16,000 per profit per employee. Now, if you're paying an average of $100K per employee, that's not really crash hot, is it? You might want to do something about it. It's another great efficiency ratio. And then the last one here is voluntary turnover. What percentage of your employees for the year left because they wanted to? If that number's rising, something's wrong with how engaged your team are. Now we move over to the reliability of our systems. Okay, so measuring complaints, absolutely vital. Welcome complaints are the best way to get better. The market tells you what you need to hear more than unhappy customers tell you more about what you need to hear than your happy ones. Have a complaints register. My clients always use my template for this. They start using it, they get their team to fill it in, and they're making positive changes as a result of that feedback. If you're actually having a crack and building a big customer base, you will get complaints. So it's not something to be avoided at all costs. You've got to let some fires burn. But if that's getting out of hand, it's a signal that your systems are not as reliable as they should be. The next 2 here are the only ones on this dashboard that I give out. This dashboard where I help people build is the ones that have to be unique to your business. And they are a time to metric. In this example, I put quote in, but your systems will have a time dependency, and there will be a constraint in your systems where the time is getting too long. All right, time to convert a sale, time to deliver, time on shelf. There's lots of things around time. I want to pick the most important one and put it in your dashboard. And the last one is first time right. In every business, is there rework having to be done? Is the owner having to check everything before it gets delivered? So the first time right metric is a measure of the reliability of your systems. Then we'll come into the last column here, the finances. And there's only 3 things we want on our dashboard. Like I said earlier, you can go deeper. You can go further on a whole bunch of other metrics, right, on other dashboards. But this is the owner's one that you check very briefly while on your desert island. So, cash flow forecast low point. Please have a cash flow forecast that tells you your bank balance for the next 12 weeks, every week, into the future, because your current bank statement only shows you the past. And this is telling us what is the dollar value of the lowest point of our bank balance in the future. We want to know that. Is it dropping, staying flat? Is it going up? Revenue per month, obviously important for us. And then our net margin as a percentage. there you have it. You want to be able to pull these all into one place. Believe in the data and have faith in the data, but when it's presented to you like this, you can make really solid decisions. When my clients bring me their dashboard when it looks like this, I can zoom in and go, okay, I know exactly what's happening with this business. There's something going on in the team here, so we want to investigate that. And our leads are going up, but our conversion's going down. We want to have a look at the sales process in this business. We fix that, that's easy to fix. We can capitalize on that higher number of leads and make more money, which will show up in profit per employee, it'll show up in revenue, it'll show up in the cash flow forecast. And that's how we interact with the dashboard. It becomes a great management tool, an anxiety reducing tool, and a great coaching tool for myself and my clients. So jump on in, I'll be running a workshop on this. I help people install this dashboard. So if that's you, chuck a comment down below and I will reach out. And in the following videos, I'm gonna explain each of these metrics in detail for you. So look out for those. Thank you.